Hi, everyone. This is Kathy. Welcome to my channel, Kathy Mamolen, Psychic Medium. Welcome to a timeless love reading. This is a twin flame love reading for my Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, and any cross watchers always welcome. We are going to call in our spirit guides, see what's going on in this twin connection. What are the loving messages Spirit has for you? What is the guidance? What is going on around these connections? So take with you what connects to you, leave the rest for everybody else. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome to anybody that's new. So grateful Spirit has guided you here. Spirit, please share with me for my Aries. What is it that you need them to know? What is it that you want them to hear today about their twin, this connection, where we're headed? This is a long journey. Twins have a long journey. I'm listening for you now. I have a heavy heart. I have an anchor. Okay, so that came into me as I feel like I'm being pulled down. Okay, I feel like a little bit of an underwater feeling that I can't catch my breath. So maybe something has been happening recently that, I don't know, I feel deflated. I feel that something has pulled me down. So let's keep going. Let's see what we have. I have staying right here. I need to know you're committed to me. Okay. I'm going to stay with that for a second, the staying right here, because sometimes we go through an awful lot with somebody, but it doesn't mean it's over, right? It doesn't mean that it's ending. It doesn't mean that it's never going to succeed, but we go through an awful lot with somebody, especially twins. Twins, when they're working, it's amazing, but other times it can be, we're learning a lot of lessons, and I know you don't want to hear that. I have real feelings for you. Okay, well, I hope so. I hope you have real feelings. I don't want you to have fake feelings, right? But maybe they haven't told you for a while. Maybe you're insecure with, I don't know what they're thinking and feeling, and I really do need to know. Strongly attracted to you. Okay. I'm growing closer to you. Nice. I want a fresh start. Okay. So maybe it's a reconnection of some kind. Maybe it's a, I don't know, like, let's try again and let's see where it goes, or let's try harder. I feel like I want to say try harder. I don't even know if it's necessarily a separation as much as disconnection. That some of you could be in a no contact, but it is more of a, we're disconnected. We just can't stay on the same page. We are butting heads. We are struggling in some way. Things are changing. Now look at that whirlwind. Okay, so I do feel that. I do feel this whirlwind of energy. I'm going to ask Spirit more about that. Things are changing. Maybe things have to change in order for this union, because that's a big thing in a twin flame connection. We have to change, we have to learn, we have to grow before this union is going to work. So it's always a sense of who needs to do the work. You know, you both do always, but sometimes it's somebody's turn. I'm going to say it that way. Sometimes it's somebody's turn to do the work. All right, so things are changing. Let's stay on that. And I also like this kind of, I don't know if I like it as a whirlwind, like I'm spinning and nothing's going anywhere, as much as I like the table is turning, okay, that things are getting better. I want to say it that way. So if that whirlwind means that I'm shifting my energy in any way towards something better, then we're headed in the right direction. I have an 8 of Wands. We have some fast moving energy happening. We are definitely shifting energy. Page of Wands. I have a Death card. And I have a Temperance. Okay, so the Death card came into me not as an ending in this particular connection, but it came into me as something that has happened in this connection that we both have to let go. Okay. It could be that you keep saying that, you keep throwing that back in my face. I said that once. I said that a long time ago. You're never going to forgive me. You're never going to let it go. It could be something that was said. It doesn't even have to be an action. But sometimes somebody says one thing to you and you hold on to it, and it just kind of like keeps coming back. Every time we have an argument, that's like what comes up. Well, you said. So there's this feeling of we have to let that go. Okay, whatever that is. I do like this shift in energy. I think they've always been attracted to you, but maybe it's like a re-attraction. It's like I'm falling in love with you all over again sense. But I feel like there's been a space in between. I feel like there has been a disconnect in between, whether it's a no contact or we haven't seen each other for a while or we put things on hold, Spirit just said. And then it's almost like this kind of refreshment, okay? Whether you say kiss and make up or reconnect or falling in love again, I feel like it's kind of like we fell in love, was crazy. We have this kind of disconnect, break. Let's just cool things off. And then we have this kind of like falling in love. I feel, my whole body just tingled. Okay, let's keep going. So then we have this falling in love all over again. I have a Queen of Cups. I have a Seven of Swords. We have to put something to an end, okay? It's something that somebody said, something that happened. We keep throwing it in each other's faces. It's just that broken record of pain that we just are having a hard time getting over, and we have to let it go. I have an Eight of Pentacles. We've got to work on that. That came into me. We got to work on that. And I have a Four of Swords. Like, I just give it a rest is how that came into me. She's laying in bed. Just give it a rest. So it was just the sense of like, I can't hear you say it one more time. I can't have you accuse me of something one more time, or accuse me of doing something I'm not doing. Tell me that I'm interested in somebody when I'm not. Say words, put words in my mouth. It's that kind of a feeling, and it's just getting old, and we just have to put it to rest. So, and Spirit's saying it's on both sides. It's not one-sided. I feel like we're both like going back and forth with these kinds of things, and tit for tat. It's like, oh my God, you guys, what the heck? Okay. What the heck is going on? And that is always like, I hate to say I love twin flame readings, only because there's always so much kind of like craziness in them. Like, I get these channeled messages that are like, you can't, come on guys, what are you doing? You're going back and forth like little kids sometimes, and I can feel it, and I can feel the heartache. I can feel the pull. I can feel the hot and cold. I can feel the frustration. So these readings are pretty, I don't want to use the word interesting to me, but they are enlightening to me as far as the range of emotions that come through. That would be a good way for me to say it. I'm praying you'll come back after everything that happened between us. I worry that you won't forgive me and allow me another second chance. I do feel like there's forgiveness. That number 7's jumping out at me. July, 7 weeks, 7 days. But it is a sense of, I do forgive you. I always forgive you. I'm just tired. I'm tired of the broken record. Okay. I'm tired of it happening and me having to forgive you and me trying again. And I'm just tired of the kind of pattern that we're in. We have to break this pattern. It is really what's going on. We have to break a pattern of behavior. I think you're beautiful inside and out, and I see the light that radiates from your soul. So they see all the good qualities in you. I love that. They see the goodness. They see the kindness. They see that you're trying, Spirit just said. They see that We're mirroring each other, they just said. So that's where that tit for tat's coming from. It's like, if you're going to talk to me that way, I'm going to give it right back at you. So that's where that is coming from, or not talking, Spirit just said. It could be, some of you are very verbal and some of you could be very nonverbal. So not talking and not communicating is saying something, right? It's saying, I'm not talking to you. We're not talking right now. Okay. So there's that non-communication as well. But I do like that they see you beautiful inside and out. So they're seeing all these qualities in you still, no matter what. I'm going through some physical and emotional ascension symptoms. I need space to rest, but from a higher perspective, I'm releasing some old energy. I'm trying to let things go, which would be really good. That means we are moving. We are moving forward, you know, in a direction that we need to go in. So I'm trying to let things go. Surrender brings us together faster than resistance. I have to give in is how it's coming into me, that whether it's I can't fight these feelings anymore, I'm tired of the back and forth. I'm tired of the patterns for sure. I just can't figure out in my head how to make things right. Spirit said something about making things right. So something has happened that I have this, I feel like I have this obligation to set things straight or make things right again. So that feels like some kind of weight on my shoulder. Like, I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to get back your trust, or I don't know how to get back that open communication we had. And they're saying even the laughter, like, which made me feel sad for a second there, because it was, I miss your laugh. I want to make you laugh again. So that's something this person can do. And that's something that made them happy, that, you know, that you smiling and you laughing. Maybe they have a great sense of humor and they love to share it with you. And they haven't seen your reaction in a while, you know, where they used to kid you or tease you or sarcasm, you know, something like that. Then they're not getting the reaction from you. And that's part of their personality. It makes them feel good about themselves that they can make you laugh, and they love to see you smile. So I really feel that's a heartfelt message for some of you, that I want to make you laugh again, is how it came in. So whoever that connects to, that is your message. They always made you laugh, and you haven't been laughing lately. I know this is more than a relationship, and that there is a higher purpose to our connection. Absolutely. Absolutely. That twin flames are brought together as a union, and it is two different bodies and one soul. And it is for a purpose. It is to create something together. So a lot of people struggle with, you know, why is this so intense? Why is this so important to me? Because the part of you is saying, I have a purpose to fulfill, and I can't fulfill it if this person isn't with me. So there's almost this sense of missing out on something, or I'm not where I'm supposed to be, for sure. So it's just a very empty feeling, Spirit just said. It leaves you very empty inside, because you feel like you aren't doing what you're supposed to be doing. And you can't put your finger on it, probably. Spirit, please share with me. Two-faced, double life, a cheater, a backstabber. Maybe some of you, okay, but I'm not getting that overall energy from that. What is coming out at me is maybe the two-faced, in the sense that you say one thing and then you do another. you keep repeating the same patterns over and over again, and you told me that you wouldn't. You told me that you were going to change, or that things would change this time, and we're right back where we were. So some of that, the Spirit's saying it's not malicious or manipulative is what they just said. It's just a pattern of behavior that is unacceptable. And they think they can just constantly do it. And it just keeps interrupting and interfering with our union. So something is going on with that. But they can't say one thing and then do another, because you're their twin and they can't get away with it. I have an epiphany. Oh, I like epiphanies. Okay. Self-reflection. Questions are answered. So are they waking up? Are they starting to understand this connection? The more they surrender. What did they just say? I want to make you laugh again. What was the other thing they said? I can't fight these feelings. So is it an epiphany that there's more going on here? And I would say yes, as far as it takes time to realize that certain people come into your life and they're a different, deeper connection than other people. But I feel like twins identify it very early on. I feel like right out of the gate, they almost know that this is something special and there's nothing like it. So I sometimes feel like they are caught off guard by it most times. I have burned bridges. I've burned bridges. I've burned too many bridges because I don't trust people. Maybe that's something going on between the two of you, that I've turned my back on you and I burnt this bridge. I blocked you. You didn't deserve to be blocked. You didn't do anything to be blocked. You know, they just cut you out of their life. And it's like, we've been lovers. We've been best friends. You've been my whole world. And now you just cut me off. So people do hurtful things. They burn bridges. And maybe your person is feeling guilty or feeling badly about somehow blocking you out of their life when you didn't deserve it. And it's catching up with them, Spirit just said. I have envy. I feel resentful of the competition. So they don't want you to be, this is the classic example of, I can't be with you right now because I've got lessons to learn and I got to work on myself. But I don't want you to be with anybody else. So they can't have it both ways. They can't keep you emotionally hostage and have you wait for them while they figure out their life. Okay. So they can't just say, well, see, you moved on. Well, how long am I supposed to wait for you? You're not even talking to me. You blocked me. So there's this feeling of, but I don't want you with anybody else. So there's jealousy there. There's envy. There's a little bit of you're mine, without being, they don't own you, of course, but it's implied. I don't want you to be with somebody else. Look for the signs and synchronicities. The universe is sending you messages. Now, twin flames have an incredible way to send messages. You look at your phone and your phone rings and it's them. I was just thinking of you. You have a feeling that they're going to be somewhere that you're going tonight, even though you don't know for sure. You just have this instinct. And lo and behold, you walk in and there they are. So twins can magnetically find each other. There could be 1,000 cars on the parkway or highway. And you're like, I just know that my twin is close by. And then you drive by a car and you look over and there's your twin. So it's just crazy things like that. I mean, there's, cars are whizzing by, and you're like, oh my God, I just saw my twin on the highway, so just crazy things happen with twins. If you've ever had a crazy story with your twin that was very synchronistic or very psychic in a sense, along those examples, comment below and let me know, because I love hearing those types of stories. That how connected you are, and it's just surreal sometimes, the psychic connection. So look for the signs. I have an ex-lover, memories, past. You probably are calling this person. Some of you may be calling this person your ex. Some of you may refer to them as your twin. But it is a feeling of, I'm always thinking of you. And with at whatever stage I'm at with this person, even if I'm at a no contact and I'm blocked, and I'm still always thinking of this person. So that sense of nostalgia, it's more than nostalgia. Nostalgia is, who did you go to the prom with and what did you do? This is boom in your face with, I miss my person. I can feel my person. I know they're thinking of me. I know they're hurting right now. So there's that emotional connection that you just sense it. I don't know how it works, but your souls are talking. I have breaking up, walking away. You walked away. You gave up on us, Spirit just said. So somebody could have walked away. Somebody could have just given in. Somebody could have just thrown in the towel. But I do feel hopeful in the sense that, one, they said, I want to try again. And I'm falling harder. I'm falling in love harder all over again. I'm falling in love hard all over again. So can we disconnect from somebody and fall back in love with them? Were we ever out of love with them? Probably not. It's probably more of a just kind of picking up where we left off, and whatever happened in between was the lesson that we had to learn. A new love, the honeymoon phase, a new beginning. I'm going to say it's a reconnecting. It's a kiss and make up. Okay. And we get that honeymoon stage back because I've been feeling that since the beginning. I've been feeling this, Spirit just said finding each other again. So some of you might not even ever met your twin flame yet, and you're finding each other again in this lifetime. Or in this lifetime, you are definitely on a journey with a twin and you're going to find each other again. But since the beginning of this reading, it's been a sense of kiss and make up is how I feel. I have a 5 of Cups, 3 of Cups, 5 of Swords, and I have a 6 of Wands. So this is coming into me as, the 5s are definitely coming into me as an apology in a sense, and we just can't keep doing what we've been doing. Okay. Like it's whatever this merry-go-round has been, it's always got an element of you hurt me in it. So we just can't do that to each other anymore. We got to find a way to love each other without hurting each other. And sometimes that's hard, but we can do it. And then it's a feeling of we can do it. We can find love again. Spirit just said we never lost the love. We never lost the love. We were misguided. That's interesting. So we were taken off. I'm asking Spirit now, and they're saying we were taken off our path together. We were misguided by friends. We were misguided by work issues. We were misguided by another person. So there's this feeling of, I don't want to say taken away from you, because these are, big boys and girls that Nobody can make a decision but them. But it was almost a feeling of like somebody came in and took them away, and they were like looking at the new shiny object and said, "Ooh, that looks good. I'm going to go over there for a little while." So maybe that's what spirit means by being misguided. But now it's a feeling of, I want to capture you again. And spirit just said I was wrong. I was wrong. So whoever this is, are there feelings? I was wrong. I feel like I made the wrong choices. And it could be a lot of different things. It could be I made the wrong choices in friends and people and drugs, alcohol. I told you I was going to stop and I haven't. So I made the wrong choices is coming in. All right. So that's right from the beginning. We had this feeling of the whirlwind, right? And we had things have to change for this union to come together. So if somebody keeps making you empty promises, you have to hold them accountable, Spirit's saying. You have to let them know that you have proof that every time they say something like that to you, they don't do it. So their words no longer matter, Spirit just said. Their words are empty. And that's what we're struggling with. I want to believe you because I love you and I want to trust you and I want things to get better. But what makes me think it's going to change? Like, what are you going to do differently this time? So there's got to be some really big changes, and you got to see the results of the changes this time. I'll choose for you. I know that you're not the person for me. I will make the choice for us both. It's over. All right. So that sounds like somebody who got mad and says, I'll tell you what, if you don't know what you want, I'm out of here. And so that's where the choice came. It's like, you're not choosing me. You're not telling me you want me. So what am I waiting around for? But I feel like that kind of blew up in everybody's face, and that really wasn't what we wanted to say. It's just that our emotions got ahead of us, something like that. But I don't know. We have to get to a point where we can communicate better. Don't reach out to me. I never want to hear from you again. Oh boy. So some of you have said this, I'm sure. I'll throw up at the sight of you. You are nothing to me now. Don't reach out. Boy, can we say some really, really mean things to somebody that we love when we are really upset? Oh boy. Right. And especially to our twin. For some reason, our twin can take it and then they kind of give it right back. But I'll throw up. I'll throw up at the sight of you. The person that you're in love with, the person that is like this deep soul connection. And you're like, I don't ever want to hear the sound of your voice. I don't ever want to see you again. We just say and do crazy things when our heart's at stake. And that's really, some of you are probably laughing with me and saying, oh man, I said worse than that. But it's, our hearts is at risk, and we're at risk of losing that person or feeling that they're walking out of our lives and how dare they. And, so we say some really hurtful things. And in this case, I have a feeling that somebody holds on to those words and doesn't ever let them go, doesn't acknowledge them as it was just a fight. It was just hurt feelings at that time in that emotional state. But they go back months later and say, well, you said da, 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 da. And you're like, yeah, that's totally out of context. So somebody holds a grudge and holds on to every word that is ever spoken. And I think that that's really hurt this connection in some way. I would just hold you just to help you relax, to make you feel loved and cared for, to make you feel heard and understood. I won't offer advice you don't need. I would just hold you as long as you allow. Now, I think that that's huge because there's such a big part of me that feels in these types of situations when we're trying to find our way back to each other and we're trying to fall in love all over again. And somebody says, I was wrong. Sometimes you want to say, I just want to hold this person and not have the big conversation about where are we going? What are we going to do? What happened? And have it be this like babbling emotional thing. I just feel like if I could just hold you, I would know. But we don't allow ourselves to do that. We just don't skip over the we need to talk, which is very important, of course. But I think there's something to be said for if I could just hold you and we didn't say anything. I feel like that non-verbal communication would be enough for us to both know whether we want to be in or we want to be out. So sometimes I wish that we could just skip over the back and forth, and just hold each other, because sometimes that love, it's just a big old hug, right? And just know from that how we feel. My broken spirit and the masks I hide behind. My carefully crafted version of self, the beast that lived inside of me. There's a monster in me, or maybe it's that I am the monster. So my broken spirit, I hid behind a mask. I brought into this relationship my old wounds, my baggage. I brought into this relationship problems that I should have dealt with before I came into this connection, but I didn't know how, Spirit said. So you've got somebody who's got maybe some broken issues. Everybody does to a certain extent. I mean, I wouldn't put it all on one person. I think everybody, I don't know anybody. I mean, with all the dysfunctional families are out there, I mean, a lot of us were raised in some pretty crazy environments, right? So it's amazing that we're all sane. But it is a feeling of, I brought that with me. And I kind of threw it on you. So I'm still laughing. I'm sorry. I'm still laughing to myself about, I will throw up. I will throw up at the sight of you. I mean, there's a part of me that just keeps laughing at that, because I know I've said things like that. Like, I don't ever want to hear your voice, but the throwing up is a good one. I think I'm going to hold on to that one for future reference. I hope I never have to use it, but I'm going to hold on to that one. That's pretty funny. Let me know in the comments if you said something like that to somebody. Oh, God. You've said worse. I know you have. The intensity of our connection frightens me. Twin flames, they get scared. They get scared because it's that union that has a purpose. And when you aren't headed towards that purpose, you feel this emptiness, and you feel like I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing. So that becomes part of it as well. So it's just I feel like I want to say a hodgepodge of emotions. It's just like this big bucket of, angry, mad, sad, glad, ecstatic, sensual, crazy, over the top, woohoo. I mean, in the pot. So it's just this huge like mix of feelings all the time. I want to message you, but I'm scared you might reject me. And then that goes into that tit for tat I felt earlier, where it was like, well, you're the one that pushed me away. You're the one. So, do we meet each other in the middle? I think we're going to have to. So we can't, not any one person can't take all the blame. We've got to meet in the middle. And there's got to be some acceptance, Spirit just said. I still have hope. We can work this out. We can, if we both want it. If we both want to be in this connection, we absolutely can, because they're telling me that I want to fall in love with you all over again. And the one thing that they really, really missed was making you laugh. So that is really upsetting them. It's not making love to you. Okay. It's, I miss hearing you laugh. I miss making you laugh. I never felt anything like this before. It's the truth. It is the truth. This is a long journey, Spirit just said. And they just added, but the journey has just begun. So some of you, this could be the first time you're going through something like this with this particular person or your twin. But they're saying this journey has just begun. Life is a long time, guys. People can be with each other for decades, a lifetime. So there's something going on here, that there is this cycle and this pattern that we're in, and we got to figure it out. We got to ask Spirit to help us. We've got to make changes so that we can fix this and we can be happy as twins, because twins can be amazing when they're happy. So we're going to put this out into the universe, and I think it's a great reading for all of my Aries, or any of the cross watchers that are out there. I really liked some of the messages Spirit gave us today. I really think that it was some good guidance, things to think about. So let's put this out into the universe. I want to thank Spirit for these messages today, and I want to thank you for being here. If you're new to my channel, please remember to hit that like and subscribe button. Thank you always for your kind words. Let me know a connective psychic twin experience that you've had. I would love to read those. If anyone would like to book a private reading with me, please check out my website at KathyMamolen.psychicmedium.com. In the meantime, we'll see you again in another love message real soon.